So this is the Clark and Shanna show.
No, it's the Shanna show, and Clark's just here.
Okay, so we're gonna have story time then with Clark and Shanna.
Okay. It's a dark and stormy night.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how we met, because within about 24 hours, I got 2 emails from 2 different people. Well, I guess if there were 2 emails, it would be 2 different people. But anyway, I got 2 emails from people saying, how did you meet your husband? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do a vlog on that. So I thought you can tell your side of the story, and then I'll tell my side.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that, well, how did we meet? Or how did we get together?
Well, maybe this is the whole thing, like how we met and how we got together.
Well, we met because we both worked at the same place.
Yes.
Although I kind of knew of you there, but I didn't really know you there, because it was 1,300 people that worked there, and we were just 2 of 1,300. But that's the first time I ever met you.
Yes, I remember talking to you at the top of the stairs, and you were actually my boss. Technically, not at the first level, but many levels up. And I remember talking to you, and you told me, you said, hey, Shanna, and you started talking to me, and I was very shocked that you knew my name.
We all knew about you. We had files.
Yeah, right. Anyway, okay, so then what? So tell me more. So we knew of each other.
And then and then it was years later that we reconnected. So we had both moved on to different jobs after that, and somehow we reconnected, I guess through social media. I still to this day don't know how.
Yeah, we tried to
we would
figure
have
out
connected through social media, because I wasn't very friendly then, and I don't friendly. I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook, so how you made it through that, I don't know how we were friends, but we were, and we somehow just reconnected on social media, and just completely platonic, just sharing marketing advice and business advice, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, you're so big, so let me tell my story.
All right, so the real story real story is, modesty forbids me for saying this, but honestly, the first time she saw me,
Well, okay.
she'll deny it, but come on.
All right, so what happened? What really happened?
Delusional.
What really happened was, yes, we worked at the same place together, and I remember running into Clark, and I left that organization, and he left as well, and I had a project I was working on. I'd just come back from a book tour, and I had some marketing questions, and so I remembered him because I had seen him floating around on Facebook, even though he wasn't very friendly. And so I sent him, I asked him if I could talk to him by phone because I had some marketing questions for him. And then we talked. Yes. And there was no interest between us. We were just friends. And
I think that's what's cool. I mean, honestly, neither of us were looking for a relationship, certainly not looking at each other for that. I wasn't in the market at all. I had sort of determined I was going to be single. And I think that actually helped, because we just sort of very naturally became unromantic friends.
yeah.
And really got to know each other and respect each other, and that's really where the connection started. The more I got to just know you without any strings attached, I realized how incredible you were. And I thought, Shanna, really needs somebody.
Some help.
Well, no, but I mean, you just, any man would be lucky to have you with him. And so I started praying that you would meet somebody, never thinking it would be me.
Yes, I was actually praying. Can I say this?
Sure, yeah.
I was actually praying. Clark had been married previously, and so I was praying for reconciliation in his marriage. And because he had expressed to me that was his desire. And so I was praying for that, and so he was praying for me. And I moved to Georgia to work with an organization there. And we had still connected on the phone some. And then we just kind of became buddies. And like you said, we weren't interested in each other. And this is what I tell singles. In fact, I just shared this with somebody, is, it's like if I had met Clark and he was single at my job, I wouldn't have thought anything of it because I had my idea of what my life was going to look like. And it did not involve a blended family. And I think Clark is very handsome. I think you're very handsome. But at that time, he was not my type. And I always tell people, pitch the type, because attraction happens on a lot of different levels. It happens emotionally and spiritually and physically and intellectually. And so you may overlook somebody who, if you just saw their photo, like say online, for example, you might go, that person's not my type. But there's so many other levels of attraction that if you don't get to know them, and what you see like for online or even in a short meeting is like a small sliver of who someone really is. So if you just rush by those people, you might be missing someone that's a really great match, because I can't imagine someone who's a better match for me than you.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, I think that we were really, I think, again, blessed in that way. I loved you as just a sister, as a friend, before I ever loved you as a spouse, and it grew naturally into that, and I think that's really, really cool. And it's hard, though. I think it's hard when you're sort of in the market, because every person you meet, you're sort of already sizing up to see if they're spouse worthy, and I just think that puts a lot of stress on the relationship.
And that's why it's nice just to get to know people as friends initially and just kind of, see where things might go.
You may know somebody right now who you're really great friends with and you connect with, but you've never thought about having any kind of romantic attraction to them. And you know what? You never know. Yeah,
and the whole, we have this idea too, and we could go on, and this vlog is already getting too long. But anyway, I tell people that you may think, I got to have some big, huge spark with somebody, and it has to be like the movies, and there's this instant connection, and well, we have that now, but we do. But anyway, you might think that it has to be this intoxicating thing, but I always say you don't have to be blown away by somebody. What's really important is that you really respect the person, which I highly respect you. You really love being with them. I love being with you. And you like each other. You have fun together. They love God. Just you have common connection points in your personality. Those things are the most important things. So, and the rest of it can come and can develop. I mean, definitely don't, get involved with someone who you're just like, ugh, totally turned off by them. You don't want that either. There has to be some sort of physical attraction, but you don't have to be blown away by somebody.
Yeah, you have to like them before you love them.
Yes.
I mean, it's easy to get infatuated with somebody, but you have to like the person, because you're going to live with them the rest of your life. You might as well like them.
Yeah, and we love being together, right?
We do.
Yes,
we do.
And there's been a period of time where we both worked from home, and I hate it when he leaves. Like, we're always together. I remember being afraid as a single, thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could spend, 24/7 with someone and all that, but I love being with you.
It can be done.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes. So we just went from, casually knowing each other at work to then being casual acquaintances, then being friends. And honestly, we're not really sure how we got together from there, because sometimes
because neither of us were looking for it.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
It's like, how did that happen? Well, we're not really sure.
Glad it did.
Yes. So that's the story. You asked, you got it. See you next week.
Bye.